Welcome to the ball. First of all, let's welcome y'all to 13th annual Cottonmouth Ball. Round here, anything goes. Whippers, tippers, and trickety hoes.
That was a new little soundtrack there. All right, guys, welcome back. We've got MarineKing versus Happy. Or, I called him towards like mildly amused or something like that because he never really looked. I called him mildly amused because he never really looked that happy.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense then.
So he changed his ID to mildly amused. I'm serious. It's like I am mildly amused.
Never smiles, just sits there with a dead straight face the entire time.
So MarineKing got to be feeling pretty good about his chances here. Obviously winning the first game. This TBT is solid. Happy's not going to be an easy opponent for him.
No.
But we're going to go into this game, guys, so don't go anywhere. All right, up here at the top position on Metalopolis, member of the Team Prime, a silver medalist, multiple silver medalists. He is MarineKing Prime League. Down here at the bottom position, member of the team I Am. His name is an emotion, and it is I Am Happy. And I am happy to be casting these games with you Unstable. He will be Optimus Prime. Sounds like a movie trailer already. That's actually like really
These things
cool.
are getting really good.
I know, man. They actually put some new ones up on the wall today. Came to the studio really early, and I was checking out the new things they put on the wall for just cheerfuls that people had made, and a lot of those hadn't been shown on air, and I was like, well, these are so good. Why weren't they shown on air?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to come down to the studio and take a picture of all the cheerfuls that are up on the wall for you guys, so you guys can take a look at those.
They've probably been shown at one point or another. Like,
Yeah.
we've had a lot of games.
There have been so many, man. All right, so both these guys opening a little bit standard. But, actually, just to be that Happy went for gas first. So, his gas is going to be a little bit ahead, similarly to what we saw last game. Now, I'm kind of curious to see what MarineKing is going to do. He's the guy, you have no idea what he's going to do in this matchup.
Yeah.
He could go for the Marine Tank style. He could go for the new mech style that's becoming popular. Yeah. And all of these things are something that you kind of evolve into after you pick your opener, which is usually either Blue Flame or Banshees these days, or a fast CC. So he picks his opener, and it's like, then what's he going to do? It's hard for us to predict. And if it's hard for us to predict, how do you think Happy feels? I mean, you can't even see what he's doing.
Yeah, but they're definitely used to it. Like, it's a lot easier for these guys to prepare for up-downs because there's only, like, there's just so many Terrans.
There are.
Yeah. Even easier for Fruit Dealers. I got to practice one matchup for all his games. Like, yeah, that's awesome.
That's a good point. Unfortunately, he lost his first one, but so he does in his next ones. So MarineKing, his barracks, his factory is a little bit later. The starport already coming up for Happy here. He's got his first Hellion on the way. Tech Lab going down there. What does it mean? It could be Blue Flames, it could be Banshees. That SCV was just taunted. He was like, can I get up there? And MarineKing was like, no, I was just teasing you. You can't actually get up here. And we're going to find out. It's going to be Banshees.
Yeah.
If it were a Blue Flame Hellion drop, the timings would be all wrong. So Banshee opener coming out here for Happy. Going to get Cloak as well. A much larger investment.
Yeah, got Cloak first before that Banshee. A good choice. That way it's going to be done a lot quicker and you can just run straight in there.
Absolutely.
But we do have a Viking straight away from MarineKing, so...
It's kind of similar to what we saw last game, really. The Banshee comes out, and the Viking's already ready. Banshee doesn't do that much. You might see some Hellions at the front. Blue Flame being researched as well here for MarineKing. So we're going to see something very similar to what we saw last game.
Yeah.
This is actually just how TVT is.
It's evolving into this kind of style. which is interesting to me just because there's so many tiny little things that can go wrong or can go right between everything.
It's funny because if you try to play safe in TVT, unless you're doing a one barracks expand, it's like, well, what do? You just like go tanks and you just kind of sit in your base. Well, that doesn't really work either. So you have to do something like this, or you have to fast expand, or either that, or you're just kind of sitting in your base going, well, I'm not really going to be aggressive, but I'm going to give my opponent a chance to. That's kind of why this is the way it is. And MarineKing reacts to the research, sees the cloak research, makes a Raven. So not only is he going to be able to deal with that Banshee pretty well with the Viking, but he's also going to have a Raven out pretty soon, following it up. And
Both these guys have the command centers on the way as well, though, so...
Happy scans. I believe he saw that the Viking was out, and he turned around a little bit, now he's coming back.
Did Cloak finish, or did he cancel, though?
He finished.
Yeah.
So he's going to go ahead and Cloak and go in here. He's going to kill his SCV at the very least. See what else he can pull off.
Well, I think that Raven is about to come out.
Yeah, the Raven is pretty much done, actually.
Yeah.
And there it is. Banshee should be able to escape. Just barely.
Yeah.
MarineKing's using a scouting barracks. You know what that means? Not going to be a Marine tank.
Nope.
It's like, see you later, barracks.
So both Blue Flame is already done here for MarineKing, but I believe Happy's just started it as well. So
both the players' command centers finishing up about the exact same time like you were saying earlier, both of them starting them around the same time. And what's going to happen from here is their styles are going to diverge. MarineKing is going for very mech-heavy style. He's already got Blue Flame out. And Happy, it looks like he wants to be transitioning to that eventually too, but he's doing much less of that now, as Blue Flame isn't quite done yet. He can't control the map with those Hellions yet, whereas MarineKing's going to be a lot more mobile.
Well, they went for that Cloak Banshee, so it's going to put all of his tech behind quite a bit. It's a lot of gas to actually be investing into it. He's got 2 more Banshees sitting there in his base as well.
And MarineKing may have set a trend here because Happy has actually now lifted his barracks and looks to be scouting with it. See a second factory being added. So basically MarineKing is doing the same thing that Happy is, he's just doing it earlier. The second Banshee is out. That's really where the builds diverge. He invested a lot into that Cloak and the Banshee, whereas MarineKing just skipped all that, teched up faster, has 2 factories faster. He's got a lot more Blue Flame Hellions. He's going to try to do some damage up here, and he may in fact be able to do some of that.
These Hellions do get seen here by Happy's floating barracks, though. He's bringing quite a few units across. But there's a bunker there, there's 2 Banshees, there's a Raven as well.
Yeah, the bunker is going to play so much into this.
Yeah.
If there were only Marines, then he would actually be able to just crush the Marines that were there.
Yeah.
But just that one bunker is going to make such a difference. Nice splitting here by MarineKing on his Hellions.
Whoa, actually coming in on the left, just complete surround. We do see that point defense drone going down, but the Vikings dropping anyway.
Yeah, and it looks like MarineKing doing a decent amount of damage here, but losing all of his Hellions except 1. Not really killing any SCVs. Pretty much an even trade there. Right now, supply-wise, is pretty even. The worker count is 37 to 32, so pretty close. And this barracks is going to land to try to preserve its life. MarineKing may decide to follow up by landing his Vikings. 3 factories out here for Happy. Back at MarineKing's base, he's still on the 2. Has added an armory, though. Usually when you see the armory in TVT, it means that you fear that you're losing air control. You need to get those Thors out to help turn the tide a little bit, because the Thor does pretty well against Vikings, and it's got incredible range.
Yeah. Thors are also pretty useful for breaking into siege tank lines, like just getting it out there, tanking a lot of hits early on. But of course, both these guys fighting for this map control here, and that's going to happen all game long.
MarineKing actually got that armory to research +1 vehicle weapons. He is not producing any Thors, so just wants to start getting those upgrades out earlier than his opponent. And since they're both going for this almost identical styles, that's going to play a huge part.
Oh, yeah.
But there's the Thor. I mean, she's just doing everything opposite of what I say. So we're getting that Thor out pretty quick. That's going to be great, like you said, for tank damage, but also it can clean up Blue Flame Hellions pretty quickly as well. It doesn't take any damage from Blue Flame Hellions. It actually does 0 damage to a Thor.
Yeah.
These Hellions going to try to come over here and do a little bit of damage. MarineKing has some units here, but he could have tried to maybe go for the SCV line. I respect his decision to back away, though.
Yeah, he would have lost way too... Like, he wouldn't have done enough damage to make it cost-effective, so I like that choice. by him. He's also getting his own another command center going down because he realizes there's nothing he can really do. If you have a look through MarineKing's base, he's got Hellions in the main to defend against drops. He's got Hellions in the natural to defend against run-bys. He's got his tanks positioned well as well. Just getting upgrades, everything, and I like the choice by Happy just to expand again.
It's a very strong choice. I think it's going to be a little bit risky because what we see right now on the screen is that MarineKing is going to move out with this nice little timing here. But these Hellions
Whoa,
have
it's Hellion in the main
into
though.
the main.
Whoa, that was a really good split.
That was an incredible split. This is how you do it, guys. But
Are you still losing a lot because like he's just completely
he
out of position?
he doesn't have any units to defend, but that's how you buy time at the very least.
Yeah.
And so, not looking too good for MarineKing, but remember, he does have a lot of units here. The problem is Happy has a nice wall. He's got bunkers. MarineKing is going to... This is his last attempt. I mean, if this doesn't work, he's probably just going to GG. And here he goes. Hellion split really well. The depots were down. He's going to maybe try to target down that bunker.
You see, he's got his Vikings on the ground as well, but those cloaked Banshees are just tearing everything apart. It's not even close.
Yeah, the point defense drone was trying to help the units against the Banshee shots. Didn't really work. And yeah, that's that.
That wasn't even fair. So of course we do have that third command center being finished up. MarineKing lost a lot of SCVs there. I'm trying to see. I think it's 30 to 51, I think. Sorry guys, of course we do have the technical issues on the Wolves PC, so we are stuck with this one.
I know that we actually have the wizard sitting next to me working on it right now, man.
It's alright. I just couldn't see how many SCVs were there.
Yeah. It's alright, we'll get fixed soon.
So we do have a counterattack coming in through for Happy, and just wants to extend his lead. He's got that third command center, is going down now. His Banshee's coming forward, and it's just too much stuff.
Yeah, this is going to be impossible to hold. There's too many Hellions. The SCVs coming out, but when you're pulling SCVs against Blue Flame Hellions, something has gone wrong.
Yeah.
And expect GG.
Oh!
Even dropping the mules here. GG. So MarineKing now 1-1, Happy 1-0.
Yeah. But like we were saying before, when you went into that match, Happy's TBT is not to be messed with.
Absolutely not. And he is a very, very solid player. He practices with good players on the Team Incredible Miracle, like MVP, like Yoda.
Yeah.
So he's not someone to be messed with.
No.
I expect him to get out today.
Yeah.
I think he and MarineKing, those are like the two guys that are like vying for the positions, man. I think those guys are, I think the favorites to probably get out today.
Yeah.
Ryung's pretty good, and don't count out Dream either.
Yeah.
Fruit Dealer though, it's gonna be rough for him, I think.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be rough for Fruit Dealer. It's gonna come down to, I think it's like you're saying, it's gonna come down to MarineKing, Dream, and Happy. I think those are the three guys who'll be fighting for that spot.
Yeah.
But that's right. So let's have a quick look. Who's we got up next, Wolf?
Well,
Well.
I'm sorry, I had everything open. It's like gone now.
There we go. So we got Ryung
so-
versus Fruit Dealer up next. We'll see if Fruit Dealer can bring it back. Actually, both these guys are down 0-1 at the moment. So,
Well, this is pretty important. The loser of this will most likely have.
yeah,
In
it's
fact,
a long
actually,
road back.
I don't think it's possible if they lose to. Is it possible?
Well,
if
they've got no.
So.
Oh, sorry, Ryung won his first match. I'm tripping.
Yeah,
out.
Ryung just won. But I mean, I just thought you said it wrong by accident.
Yeah.
But if you had two players that had both lost playing against each other,
Yeah.
if you're 0-2, it's very difficult, if even impossible. I don't know exactly. I'm not doing the math in my head. I've got too many other things I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah.
So Fruit Dealer, this is really important for him. If he doesn't win, it may actually be impossible for him to win or to advance. And if it's not impossible, he's gonna have to win all of his other matches.
Yeah.
That's how it is. At the very least. So Ryung's TVZ is pretty good. It's not his best matchup, but it's not a weak matchup for him,
Well, it's definitely going to favor Fruit Dealer's position because he's only had to practice that one matchup.
Yeah,
whereas
definitely.
Ryung would have been focusing more on TBT.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll see if he can get caught out by that. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
To say the least.
I'm really excited to see what map it is.
Yes.
Normally we give you guys a map much beforehand, but today I can't tell
Interesting.
you guys. I can't tell you guys. We're going to find out. It's going to be on the screen. We're
we
going to
go.
find out with you guys what the map is. Tal'Darim Altar. So this is going to be a very large map. We could see a long game. MVP Dream looking on Fruit Dealer. You can see his reflection. I don't blame him, man. If I were playing against him, I might want to try to peek in that booth, like, Fruit Dealer. Is Fruit Dealer really that scary in real life? I've never played against him before in the GSL.
So Fruit Dealers, both Fruit Dealer and MarineKing have played 2 matches so far. So this is. I just had a quick look at the format. I believe that you have to win 3 to be even considered because you only have 4 matches total.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna jump into this game, guys. Ryung versus Fruit Dealer. Very important match for Kim Wonky, the Fruit Dealer.